You're watching DG channel 1.7. You are in for a treat. Here's what's next.
Hi there, this is DG47, and welcome to Cooking with DG. And in this go-round, the first one, there's never been any previous versions. We are cooking premium shells and cheese, and this version of macaroni is in a shell shape instead of an elbow. And this version also has the deluxe version of the macaroni cheese instead of the powdered version. And so we'll just be cooking this up today. There's one thing to note whenever you're cooking with a pot is if you have a pot like this, I'm using one with short double handles, but if you had one with a long handle like this, make sure to never turn it outward like this, because it'll make it much more likely to knock it over, make a big mess. Nobody wants that. So just be careful if you do use a pot like this to turn the handle in so you don't knock it over. So I have already pre-prepped a pot with some water in it, and I'm going to go ahead, turn the dial on. I'm going to turn it pretty high because this burner cooks a little slow, and then we'll wait for it to get to a boil. The water's starting to boil up, but it's not quite where it needs to be yet. Just wait a little longer until the bubbles get bigger. Alright, so we're back again, and this is just about what you want to look for. This is the boiling point, and this is the perfect time to go ahead and put the pasta in. But as you're doing this, make sure to not toss the cheese packet in there with it, because sometimes the cheese packet hides under the pasta, so make sure to look out for that. Take it out before you dump the pasta in. Alright, so the water is at boiling, and now is the time to take out the cheese packet from the pasta, set it aside, and then put your pasta into the pot. And then let it cook. So now the pasta is in the pot, but occasionally you'll want to stir it with a metal spoon such as this one. Just occasionally stir it, not too often, just so that it doesn't stick together. It'll kind of keep it loosened up. Just every now and then, just stir it around, then set your spoon aside. Alright, so it has been a few minutes, and we look at our pasta here, and it appears to be cooked. And now it is time to put it all in the strainer, separate the water from it. Alright everybody, so you'll want to bring your pot over to your sink, make sure to put a strainer in, separate the water from the pasta. And also, always make sure to run cold water as you're pouring the boiling water in there, because it can risk damage to the drain, and nobody wants that. So always make sure to run your cold water, because that'll kind of balance out the heat of the boiled water and prevent damage to your drain. So we'll go nice and slow here. Drain the water down. And then, once you've done that, you want to just shake the strainer a little bit, get the excess water out of the pasta, and then you'll put the pasta back into the pot so you can add the cheese. Once your pasta is back in the pot and you come back over here to the stove, don't set your pasta back on the cooktop you used, because what will happen is it'll continue to cook your pasta, and you don't want that. And also make sure to turn that cooktop off to prevent fire risk. Alright, so one of the final steps for making this mac and cheese is you use the cheese sauce, you open it up, and then apply it on the pasta, and then you'll need a little bit of milk, and then you just pour in a thin layer in the bottom and then stir it up. Once you've mixed the cheese and milk, it should look like this, and that's when it is ready to eat.